Troy Cummings, and a fantastic programmer named Mark Lorenz.
And it's in 5 languages.
Oh, and it's in 5 languages, Rachel was reminding me, so that you could kind of flick through all the different languages at the bottom. And a little bit English. And
it's open before Christmas.
So it goes on.
Do you know
So we start with a secret. We trying to like really leverage that curiosity that Jesse was mentioning yesterday. We have, do you know the big secret about Christmas is the way that we start. We also give kids different little features that can add to the story. Give you a little bit more ownership. Is that what we've been talking about too here, is allowing kids to own the story. So we have a little note in the mirror that they don't necessarily need to read, but if they do, it kind of adds a little bit to the story. We also, Rachel and I have both spent some time growing up in Michigan, and we have certain features from the car industry talk that we call surprise and delight. I don't know if you've ever been in a car where you find a feature in the car that you're like, wow, this is amazing. Who knew there's a cup holder right there? And it's very exciting. So what we've done is we've hidden a couple things, like there's a sequencing game in this Christmas light. It's like a simon game, and then if you hit it, hit one, and then hit the next, and then you can hit them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get up to 5. It chimes. All right, so here's our little friend, Seymour. He's home, and we've asked the kids, the big secret about Christmas. And this is Seymour. He's a very curious kid. He's dying to know what the heck is in all his Christmas gifts. And there's something very satisfying. We found the kids really love this. I don't know why. They really love touching this little thing and watching those little presents explode. Everything is touchable. He sneaks for his presents. TV works. Dog barks. And all Seymour wants to get is a pigskin 5000. He's hoping that it's under there. It's just a simple football. So we'll do anything to find out what it is. We have questions at the bottom to engage the kids. Can you guess what the one thing on the planet that he loves more than anything else? And once again, you could continue the story without answering that question, but if you hold on the arrow, you get a little more ownership of the story, and it answers your question. There's tons, everything is touchable. I'll just kind of keep going along here. But so then, Seymour starts unwrapping everything. It's very exciting. But what he discovers is that he opens the presents too early, and they're not ready to hatch. The thing about this story is that it started off as a very long manuscript, about 120 pages long. It was just happening to 3 different kids in the neighborhood in this little cul-de-sac. Santa Claus was involved. There's a cranky old neighbor. And Rachel is great as a designer in cutting it down. Her favorite thing to me is just cut it. So he unwraps it. His pigskin 5000 is actually a little piggy. It's like a little monster, and everything once again is touchable. The rollerblades that he wanted are actually little like pizza cutters. And the computer that he wanted is just like, it's like a crazy mouse-driven chariot thing that is just out to destroy him. So one thing that we found though with Nash Masher, and this is something that Mark was talking about yesterday during his talk, was how much kids love to knock blocks over, knock things over. So we had a success with our first app called Nash Masher, where kids they were able to crash things. But then what you can do is you can make things right again in reverse. There's a very satisfying reverse sound, so you can just keep going on and on. And so the toys go berserk, get in the house, trash the place. Just to chase them in this classic, almost Flintstone-y chase scene, which is fantastic. And then he realizes that it just takes a little music to get them to calm down. And he's a big bright idea. And he realizes, you know what it is? It's music. So you can play little songs, or you can just have it play Jingle Bells on its own.
Everything is touchable.
And we have our little Nash Smasher elf up there. And the dog gets in the van. So everything kind of goes along. And so kids can play their music along there. And then he realizes, oh, here comes mom and dad. Get everybody in bed. The boxes agree that it's sleepy time. Did you get a chance to kind of fix things, tape everything together? Okay, oh yeah. Okay, so this is what we really liked was that tearing scene, it was awesome. He digs in, is it going to be as fixing as I thought? Oh my gosh, I'm going to get cut off. And will it be? Yay, it is. Yay! And then you touch the end, and it's the end. And all these things are touchable.
And he learned a lesson in patience.
He learned, yes, that's true. There was a big theme that we kind of buried in there was a lesson on patience. And curiosity is good, but not expensive. You're going to unleash the terror of unpatchable toys. There you go.
That was awesome. So, would you like some feedback?
Absolutely. Sure.
Anybody have any comments or questions?
Question, just curious of the target age.
The target age, well, we're trying to hit like a 4 and 5-year-old, I think. And then 6-year-olds could own it a little more, and 7-year-olds could own it a little more by reading the copy. But yeah, going to like a 4 to 7, 8. Kind of what we do. We're actually going to get into a higher age range. That's one thing that we want to learn from a lot of people here. We're going to move into longer form chapter books, because I still have a lot of print chapter books, and we're really trying to figure out how that can go into so interactive. So we're working on that together.
If Ranger Rick could come up. Oh, you're right there. Okay, good.
Did you want lasers? Bill, you want lasers?
I don't know. Do we want lasers?
Yeah, we want lasers.
Okay. All right, we can take it.
Lasers out, please.
So we have the ray in the back.
Still in the back, please. Give it a shot. You want to take a picture of this with your phone or whatever. Scott Trailer, statistical analysis, please.
Looks about, 8.5-ish. Looking good.
Turning positive. Very good.
All right.
And anybody else have any other comments?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
One of the things that's to take note of this is that there's silence on every page. The child drives everything. Their finger drives everything. There's a lot of the surprise, which Jesse really brought that home. The other thing is that not only can you do, but you can undo. Not doing something is as powerful as doing something. And that's what this does, is it gives the child a continuum of the process. You can gradually open the presents and then gradually unopen the present. Then finally, from a literacy perspective, it uses embedded language so that all of the language in the story are actually related to the object on it. So if I was learning, say, just French, for example, I don't know the language, but if those words were on the objects, I'd have a better chance of acquiring those words and so on. So you're actually scaffolding and giving the child some instant clues. So I think that, I just love that ad. I mean, I thought that was one of the best I saw all year. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, no, it's great. My kids in the class loved it as well, since it came across as something you went to each other.
So definitely keep up the work. It's a lot of kids are really delighted by that. And Guillaume from France. Guillaume just joined us. He was stuck in Paris in a snowstorm, so balancing global warming on the other continent. So, could you tell us quickly, introduce yourself and tell us about your adventure at this travel?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Guillaume. That's a fact that the trip was a little bit long. I'm sorry about that. 3 hours in Paris, 6 or 7 in London. And then I made it half past midnight last night. Anyway, I'm here. I have created Sycamore. Sycamore is a young company I created 2 years ago after a career in the aerospace. And one morning, I decided to design apps and ebooks for kids. Don't ask me why. It's too long story. So far, we've published 20 books, in fact. And for 3 years, we've published 20 books to motivate young kids and young globetrotters about their planet. So after 3 years testing our concepts and our ability to design products for kids printed, we've jumped in the digital world with ebooks, and we've chosen iBook Author as the first platform. And so far we've published London and Paris, my travel notebook, which are 2 e-books designed on iBook author. And our first app will be released beginning of next spring. That's it. Thank you.
And what is the URL that people should visit to learn more about your website?
Our website is joeandme.com. Joe, J-O, and me, because the reader is involved in the